My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes.
Has the world gone mad? Jumpin' Jehooshaphats, cutting the bottoms of your shoes off so you can walk around in the city streets barefoot and into businesses barefoot is absolute insanity. But that's TikTok for you, baby.
We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else.
It's the perfect plan, the masters of disguise. Hats off to that follower there, shoes off to that follower there, who suggested this fucking stinker of an idea. The barefoot Batman giving them a symbol of hope here. Why not just cut the bottoms of your shoes off so you can walk around barefoot all the time? I bet they said it as a joke because it's the most outlandish suggestion they could think of, and these goobers bought into it hook, line, and sinker. No one will ever know that you're actually barefoot underneath the skeleton of your shoes. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, big business. Also, it's really comical to me that the husband is wearing socks in the house. So they walk around the city streets barefoot, but draw the line at walking around their own home barefoot. What, is your house dirtier than the fucking city streets? You don't trust your own house floors, but you trust the city streets that are covered in poop and all kinds of other bodily fluids and chemicals and yuckiness? But you get the heebie-jeebies thinking about walking around your own home barefoot. Ooh, I would never walk around here without protection on. I'm double layering my socks today, actually. Do you not clean your own floors or something? It makes no sense to me. That's so weird that they'll wear socks in their house, but not in public. They're just full-blown barefoot, letting it be raw.
This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000. But this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us.
Rest in peace, 20,000 bones. That's a lot of money to just flush down the shitter just to be able to secretly walk around barefoot. Far be it for me to question what people are passionate about, but why this? You know, I'm a bit of a daredevil myself, a bit of a rebel. I like to walk around barefoot in the comfort of my own fucking home, where it makes sense to get my little hobbit stompers out and just roam around here. Why sacrifice 20 grand just to do it in secrecy? Like, you can't just wear shoes for a little bit. You have to be barefoot all the time. It's almost like a fetish at that point, it feels like. They can't help themselves. It's so weird to me because it's a dangerous thing to do. I remember back in college when my campus would do like shoe drives where we donate shoes. My roommates and I did it once, and we walked back barefoot, and my buddy cut his foot on a piece of broken glass and just gashed that shit open. Now, amplify that danger times 20x because you're just walking around the city streets barefoot. It just doesn't make sense. Plus, you're risking, of course, like disease, infection, and shit. Like, probably get like fucking hookworm and COVID, and those two mash together and form like COVID turbo strain or some shit. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't compute. You can't just wear shoes for a little while. You have to just ruin 20 grand worth of shoes to be barefoot secretly because businesses don't want you barefoot inside there, which is a totally reasonable thing to not want because it's gross.
The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, so now our shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms.
The benefits of walking around barefoot, huh? That had me scratching at my chinny chin chin, so I did a little research. There are some stated benefits of walking around barefoot. On grass, in nature, where again, that makes sense. Not dirty ass city streets that are covered in poop and in fucking grime and grease and filth. Or on like the floors of businesses, which again are going to be covered in all kinds of shit. The benefits of walking around barefoot are minimal at best, but there are some, and it's all in nature. Like in the forest, on the beach, like literally anywhere besides just contaminated city streets. This is just vile and disgusting. I bet if you brought out a Geiger counter and held it to this couple, that shit would blast off the charts. They're gonna need Radaway or something after a single trip to the grocery store while barefoot in these incognito boots.
We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is.
The word detoxify has completely lost all meaning. It's just a useless buzzword now. It's truly baffling how far we've fallen, but that's the beauty of brain rot. Ah, yes, I start every morning with a dirt and urine smoothie while walking around barefoot to improve my connection to the earth and realign my chakras to detoxify my body. Absolute lunacy. You're not detoxifying anything by walking around dirty ass city streets barefoot. You are actively toxifying yourself. If anything, there's all kinds of sewage and shit that spills onto the pavement that you're now just barefoot raw dogging. And even outside of that, you could step on like a small piece of metal or something, give yourself tetanus. Like, there's so much risk associated with this and no benefit whatsoever. What do you get? The ability to wiggle your toes a little bit in the open air on the pavement? Yippee! It's just so stupid, and they're trying to preach about it like it's a good thing, and this is supposed to be a tutorial for other barefoot enthusiasts. So that way you can go incognito while barefoot in businesses and on the city streets. Who would want that? Why?
So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without shoes. I needed to grab a few things for a trip we're going on. The experience was absolutely perfect.
I love the dichotomy between we walk around barefoot because it's good to detoxify and it's freeing and whatever, and then going right into Sephora, which has more chemicals than the goddamn plant Homer Simpson works at. Of course, I have no problem with Sephora whatsoever, but I just really would have thought a couple like this that's so desperate to be barefoot that they'll destroy a $20,000 shoe collection just to cut out the soles so they can be barefoot on the grossest surfaces possible would be really apprehensive about going to a store like Sephora, which has like a lot of really unnatural ingredients in a lot of their products. So it was just weird to me. And it starts to make me wonder if this is all just performative. Like, I feel as though there's a chance they don't actually walk around barefoot ever, and this was just for the sake of being quirky and unique on TikTok. And that's also helped by the fact that the dude was wearing socks in his house. If they really loved their bare tootsies out all the time, I bet he probably wouldn't even fucking own socks, let alone wear them in his own house. So I'm starting to think that they're just lying here and this is all just fake, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, though, it's fucking gross.
The workers came up to us, they talked to us, they even complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect way to get all the benefits of going barefoot, but also have no one know.
It's also the perfect way to contract the disease if you're looking for a speedrun percentage, because I'm guaranteeing you're going to pick something up along the way here for this journey. What a great tutorial and what a wonderful lesson. I also love how effective this is. Just look at how top secret this is. As her entire foot pokes out the side of this destroyed shoe casing, the corpse of that shoe is just hanging on by a thread here, as her whole foot is exposed. I'm sure nobody knew. I'm sure they were completely in the dark. Of course, the workers, I would imagine, probably saw this, especially because the sound their feet would be making, slapping against the floor. Like, that's not the sound shoes make. I have no doubt they knew, but they probably just didn't want to deal with the headache of confronting people like this about it. Like, hey, excuse me, why are your dogs out underneath these shoes? We really would prefer if you came back later with shoes on. Can you please leave the store? They probably just didn't want to get into any kind of argument with people like this, so they just let it slide and were praying that they'd be in and out quickly for their stupid TikTok video. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was a wacky little thing that popped off on Twitter today. That's about it. So yeah. Good evening. I was feeling rather sophisticated, so I threw on a pair of these spectacles. They're not like a prescription or anything, unless that prescription is an ass beating on blue light, because these are just some blue light blocking glasses, I think. The main purpose is they're supposed to help you sleep better, and I've been having a hard time going night-night recently, so I'm giving them a whirl to see if they help at all. This isn't like a hashtag ad or anything, it's just I know most of you haven't seen me in glasses, so I wanted to explain the jump scare here, because I've learned it's always an alarming situation when I don't look exactly the same like a goddamn cartoon character. So anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to make fun of some losers, some turbo douchebags that just recently embarrassed themselves. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the clip. I don't know if I can show the clip, so I'm just going to show an image from it and explain what happened. Yesterday was Gamescom, which is a huge gaming showcase where a lot of trailers and a lot of information come out about games that are coming up, and it's something a lot of people tune into. It's hosted by Jeff Keighley, and pretty much right off rip for the presentation, a rowdy little rascal in the audience went up on stage with his goofy glue-sniffing sidekick and did a little unholy fusion dance of cringe, just interrupting the whole thing for this.
Don't be jealous. I'm not allowed to say anything about it. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, guys, Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Really disappointed. They're disappointed. That's just so disappointing. This is such a special night for so many developers.
Goober really tried to emulate Matan. I'm sure most of you remember the Bill Clinton kid from last year. After the Game of the Year award was given out, he went on to the mic and said that he wants to dedicate the award to his Reformed rabbi, Bill Clinton. And it actually, like, blew up his online presence as a result of that. And this absolute goofball thought he could get the same thing happen to him. So he went up on stage, tried the same thing basically, and got zero clout, and nobody laughed. It was just met with sighs and boos. Oh brother, this guy stinks. And he wasn't alone. Most people don't even realize that there was a friend of his that went up there with him. So if you freeze frame right here, and I feel like I'm getting in a fucking like some kind of film Easter egg here where I have to break it down in order for you to see the hidden messages. There is another guy on stage who is not supposed to be there. He's the guy doing this pose. Like, you know, are you not entertained? And the answer was a resounding no. Nobody was. This is lame as fuck. He had the gall to put his online handles on his shirt thinking that people would flock to it and be like, wow, that was such a good troll. But what's so good is no one even realized he was there. This man was basically invisible. I had to catch him like some kind of ghost in a photograph. I had to freeze frame because I thought I caught a glimpse of something and it was this dumb asshole. So he tried to get like clout out of it even more desperately than his friend who just went up there with the Bill Clinton wants GTA 6 line. He actually put his handles here and nobody saw it. The camera cut away too quick to see it, and even if you do pause it, it's too blurry because he was moving too fast for it to actually pick up what the words say. And just when you thought the L couldn't get any bigger here, what if I told you this isn't that one guy's first time doing it? A couple years ago, he went on a different show in Germany and basically did the same routine but without Bill Clinton. He just said GTA 6, you know, where's GTA 6? And got water thrown on him and kicked out. It's just so pathetic. Extraordinarily desperate for just an ounce of attention. And he doesn't even get that. People just boo and move on, completely forgetting about this guy. It already happened to him once a couple years ago, so he said, you know what? What about second breakfast? And tries it again. This time he tried to follow the recipe that Matan laid down, but he was unable to get in the kitchen and get the same result here. He tried to copy his homework but failed. So he got no clout, no attention, nothing out of it. Just a complete waste. Legitimately just a massive waste. And his friend, even bigger waste. They need to be stricter with security here. This has to be a wake-up call. Last year was bad enough because Matan was on stage for like the entire acceptance speech. He was on stage for like 15 minutes and no one did shit. No one recognized he wasn't supposed to be there. This guy walked right up, no problem, no questions asked, and also lingered for quite some time, him and his friend. Like, that's just dangerous. That is just dangerous. The security has got to be improved at these kind of events. Otherwise, people are going to stop going to them from the industry because it's just downright not safe. You could have an absolute fucking lunatic in the crowd that goes up that's doing more than just saying Bill Clinton. Like, it's pretty crazy that they haven't taken those steps to ensure this doesn't happen again. Because now it's happened twice. Also, I just wish Jeff Keighley was a little bit more mean in a situation like this. Him telling them that it's disappointing, like he's right, it definitely is disappointing and pathetic stuff, but go a little harder. This is that kind of special, embarrassing moment that will haunt you for the rest of your life, and I just wish Jeff Keighley put that little cherry on top of the cake. Like, I would have laughed my little tookus off if Jeff Keighley just hit them with like a sarcastic, haha, good one. Just something. Because this was a flop. And just imagine Jeff Keighley driving the nail even deeper. Just in the moment, making sure that he rubs their nose in it. Like, damn, you know, I got paid a visit by the doofus committee here. You came on stage, you stunk it up with this cringe. What a waste of time. Like, I just wish he had done something to, like, really highlight to their face how embarrassing this should be for them. Now, obviously, I think these two didn't get, like, thrown in the slammer or anything. They probably just got trespassed from the venue or something, maybe. I don't even really know. But no doubt they went home super giddy to see the response, hoping that their follower numbers got pumped up or something, and this stirred a big controversy. and I can only imagine the shock and disgust that washed over them when they realized nobody fucking cared. Nobody knew who they were. People quickly made fun of them and moved on. It didn't even trend. There were just like 2 posts about it, one from Zexerto. It was just like 500 comments in total across both posts, and people couldn't even be bothered to throw tomatoes. They'd either just leave a picture of Matan and saying like, the worst copycat attempt I've ever seen, or not even that much, just something like weak and moving on. This was probably one of the worst plays for attention I've ever seen. It's got me talking about it though, but that's only because I love to roll around in the mud of silliness, and this is quite silly. They tried so fucking hard to get some kind of attention from this. One of them tried twice, and both attempts fell right on their fucking face. It just, nothing, less than nothing out of this for them. Just now, a little Boy Scout badge of shame that they can both remember fondly, I guess. I'm really hoping this doesn't become some new trend. This is the second time it's happened, and hopefully the last one. I think it should be buried after this last awful attempt here. I'm hoping this Bill Clinton, charging the stage meme doesn't continue past this. And I really do hope they start upping the security and actually taking security seriously at the upcoming events. That way this kind of shit doesn't even have a chance of happening at like the upcoming Game Awards or anything. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's really about it. So yeah. Yeah, it's only been a couple days since I talked about the NPC TikTok live streaming trend, and it is completely out of control now. It's spreading faster than the bubonic plague, and it's significantly worse for your health. It is tragic that this is the state of entertainment now. I don't blame any of the streamers hopping on this trend because it's an infinite money cheat code right now. This is a non-stop avalanche that's only gathering more and more steam, but instead of it being an avalanche with snow, it's an avalanche with doubloons. This is legitimately free money because people, for some reason, are just throwing all of their allowance, all the schmeckles from their pockets at every single TikTok streamer that's doing this NPC trend. I'm confident all of you have heard and seen this trend by now, but just in case, I'll introduce you to the patient zero that started this NPC streaming outbreak.
Grab, fire, meow, hee-haw, yes, you got me feeling like a cowgirl, let me write it, Oh, thank you, Fruity, I love you. Balloon. That was good. Coconut. Hee-haw, yes, you got me feeling like a cowgirl. Grab.
This is Pinky Doll, and with the rate at which she's growing from this trend, she'll end up being more well-known than the Bible at this point. She has exploded from this. 50,000 viewers during her most recent NPC stream, and apparently, according to reports, eyewitness accounts, she went for 5 hours of doing that non-stop. Can never fault the work ethic there. That is some fucking iron will. That is a certified top 10 anime never give up moment right there. 5 hours of just repeating the same emotes forever. Literally just spamming taunts in a fighting game for 5 hours like this. That's not easy. That's beyond mind-rotting. But that's where the money's at right now. She has blasted a new market wide open here with weirdos that want to watch NPC streams forever. So it's really smart from her to capitalize off this, especially considering I imagine it won't last for too much longer. This is absolutely one of those lightning in a bottle situations. I would be shocked. And I've been wrong before. It's rare, but I have been wrong. Like the time I thought I got bit by a bat watching Jurassic World in theaters, and it turned out I had just fallen asleep and had a nightmare. Point is, I have been wrong. And I don't think I'm wrong here. I believe this trend will probably fizzle out and die like a sad little wet fart within about another week or two. 2 at most. I just really don't envision a world where kids will continue to keep coming back to these because it's the same thing every single time. Though, I'm going to go ahead and argue with myself here. On the flip side of that coin, kids do just endlessly loop Finger Family videos and Elsa making out with Spider-Man shit and Crazy Shark or whatever his name is. Left Shark, I think is what it is. Baby Shark. Christ. Like, they do subject themselves to the exact same things on repeat forever, so maybe this will have legs for quite some time. I'm not really sure, but regardless, it's smart from Pinky Doll to keep striking while the iron is hot, because she is making a fat stack of cash from all of this here. And again, she's not alone. This has become the biggest trend right now. Either people hopping on ironically and then still doing it for like hours and then doing it multiple streams, or just people fully shamelessly copying and doing exactly what she does. If you go on TikTok and just scroll through live streams, pretty much all of them are this. There's been a bunch of videos posted of it, so I'll just show you clips from a couple of them that keep floating around of people that just scroll through TikTok lives, and it's literally every single one of them doing NPC streams.
Guys, thank you all for the likes. I appreciate it. The roses.
Roses. Roses. Roses.
The clip goes on for a lot longer, but I want to quickly interrupt before getting back to it. That roses to roses true combo there was actually fucking wild. That wasn't planned or anything from the person who posted this, I don't think, because they were just scrolling, I believe. So that just happened naturally. Like, that's how formulaic the NPC streams are. They're pretty much the same thing, just repeated forever. And they all generate a lot of attention from the audience, like thousands upon thousands of viewers for pretty much every creator that's hopping on board, as well as a ton of money, because again, the trend is NPCs acting out their emojis that people are donating. So they're getting donated roses, so it's smelling the roses. Roses! 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 Oh, roses! 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 Like across the board forever. It's always the exact same shit for everyone doing it, and it's highly successful for them. And the audiences, for some reason, find it very entertaining and satisfying, which is concerning. It's the perfect illustration of just how bad for the human attention span TikTok is. Like, this is some fucking embarrassing shit for the future generations here. Because this content, the NPC streams, is basically just resetting the human brain to default factory settings. It's making you devolve to baby brain. Watching this is like watching parents play peekaboo with their baby. Peekaboo? Peekaboo? And then the audience is like, every time. Every single time, even though it doesn't change. It's fucking wild.
Hello, I'm AI.
Rebooting. System rebooting. Thank you for your...
GG. Thank you for the share.
Life.
Queen Slang. Hi, Zaza.
A couple of those were scrolled to a little too quickly to really recognize that they were NPC streams, but they were. Like, if you slow it down, like one of them that went by really quick, they did have the hair iron out with the kernel in it, popping individual popcorn, just like Pinky Doll does in the NPC streams. Everyone on TikTok is trying to get in on this infinite money glitch. And the content itself is legitimately just perpetual stimulation, jingling keys, making as much noise as possible, as often as possible. And it's working. You can see how effective it is, which is so fucking sad. Again, not for the people doing it here, because it's a free bag, and basically they just have to be the little clown honking their nose in order to make the children laugh by saying the same shit every single time for emojis that come through in the donations. I don't really get it. I'm not a fucking psychologist here, but if I was to spitball a guess, maybe this is like an audience of people that didn't get a lot of attention growing up, like their parents didn't play peekaboo with them, or Here Comes the Airplane with their vegetables, and seeing someone do something similar is kind of filling that missing piece in their soul, and that's why they keep coming back every single NPC stream and watching and donating to all of them. That would be my guess, but again, I can't really sit here and psychoanalyze every single spectator of this new sport and try and understand the inner machinations of their complex noodles out there. It's a little beyond my pay grade. I don't fully understand it, but I respect the people that are on the grind making a ton of money off of a wacky trend like this. I've also heard a lot of other people refer to this as an NPC fetish, which again could be true, maybe, I suppose. That there's maybe some merit to that claim, but I'm also not a fetish scientist, so I'm pretty in the dark on that one too. But regardless, one thing that's inarguable, it's extremely successful, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. In fact, it's only growing in popularity. But again, I do think that its days are numbered. I don't think it's going to last that much longer, so anyone that's on the NPC trend, you gotta stick this shit out for as long as possible. Fucking grip it as hard as you can in order to just continue to squeeze it for a little extra juice. Also, I mentioned that it's not easy to do this because it's not. Like, it's super simple, but it's not easy. It's many hours of just repeating yourself forever. But What I am surprised I haven't seen more of, and maybe it's just because I don't watch the NPC streams, I only see what gets posted online for the frequency of it. What I'm surprised that more people aren't doing is just recording maybe like 15 minutes of you going through all of these emotes like, thank you, fire, fire, gang gang, gang gang, gang gang, all of that. Do that for maybe 10 minutes, and then just loop the video on a TikTok live stream. TikTok live streams are filled with fucking scams already. It's a fucking cesspool of scams. And one of the scams that people do is fake live streams where they just loop a video like that. I'm surprised people haven't been doing that for this trend, especially considering how easy it would be to do that. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be sitting there and recognizing like, oh, they didn't react to the roses. Oh my god, they didn't react to the dumbbell. Wait a minute, this is fake. And even if they did, what are they going to do about it? TikTok doesn't shut that shit down. They haven't shut down any of the scam streams, so I'm just surprised that that hasn't become more prevalent with this trend, but maybe it's just because I haven't been paying that much attention to the actual streams. Maybe this is super common and most people are faking it. That's very possible, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it is completely fucking out of control with how big this has become. That's about it. So yeah. There's an expression, you're only as old as you feel. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling octogenarian recently. The biggest content online undoubtedly has been like TikTok style content, like short, bite-sized pieces of either trends, challenges, or goofy dances, all of which I'm not really a fan of and I don't really understand. Nowadays, a lot of headlines leave me scratching my head, trying to even decipher if what I even read was English or even a human language to begin with. I swear to God, there's just like a new thing every day that it goes right over my head and makes no sense to me. Like, did you squeeb today? Turns out 9 out of 10 millennials don't even know how to glorb. Don't be a lame-o. Well, lame-o I understand, but all the other words in there, it sounds like it's out of a fucking Rick and Morty sketch. Like, I don't get it. So like I have to like research things that are popular these days in order to like not feel completely left out and in the dark. I'm actually starting to feel what it was like to be a parent during the rise of the internet and your kids like telling you, you know, trendy things going on online, such as like 4chan with pools closed due to AIDS and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about, like what's Habbo Hotel, what's going on. I'm reaching that point. But long-winded explanation to come to what I actually want to talk about today. There was something I really didn't understand a few days ago that blew up on Twitter with Skibidi toilet. That made no sense to me. I didn't know what that was. It sounded like some kind of like bootleg toilet or something. But apparently it was is a huge YouTube trend, a huge branch of YouTube content. So I looked into it, and it's a series of Gmod shitposts that are getting like 20 million views a day per video. The channel DaFuckBoom is a classic like Gmod shitposter, and over the last month he has gained over 2.9 billion views, over 7.2 million subs, and every month now for the last couple months is getting at least 2 billion views. He is blowing up all because of Skibidi toilet. And that's the gift that keeps on giving, because everyone's suckling from that milky bosom of Skibidi toilet, because anyone that's even making content around Skibidi toilet, such as like, here's what you didn't understand about Skibidi toilet number 33, hidden moments of Skibidi toilet number 41, is this the end of Skibidi toilet cameraman in episode 42? Like all kinds of like speculative like game theory Skibidi toilet videos are also getting tens of millions of views every day. This is probably the biggest branch of content I've seen since Minecraft first blew up, and maybe even bigger than Roblox. Like, it's crazy how huge Skibidi toilet is. It's got the Midas touch. If you just put that in your title, you're guaranteed success. So I went over it a little bit more on stream for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, but I imagine most of you have heard it by now. It is big with children. It's content that is primarily being consumed by the younger generation, which is why a lot of people, you know, around our age here in the retirement home haven't heard of Skibidi toilet, but I want to put it on the front of your radar, because for the first time in a long time, this is popular content geared towards younger viewers that I actually feel isn't dog shit. Whereas most of them I think is just actual trash. This one I think is pretty entertaining. I still didn't watch the latest Skibidi toilet. I can't wait. That's just wild that that's a sentence I comprehend now. I was completely oblivious to this, and this is one of like the biggest phenomenons I've ever seen on YouTube. So I really wanted to talk about this because I think it was 2 days ago, I saw a post on Twitter saying, I bet if you're over the age of 16, you've never even heard of this. And it was Skibidi Toilet. And I thought it was one of those memes where it's like, oh, you're so old you probably don't even know what Baby Gronk rizzes up Livy Dunn becoming the new Drip King even means. These words don't have meaning to you, I bet. And I thought it was just going to be fake. But no, it turns out this Skibidi Toilet thing is unbelievably massive. Like, super huge. Look at these views. 21 hours ago, 14 million. And what's crazy is I recognize this channel from a long time ago. They struck gold with Skibidi Toilet. Every episode, well over 20 million views, pretty much. Like, it's unreal. And it's the gift that gives to the whole community. Like, you got the whole middle school lunch table spitting milk out of their nose with it. So all of these YouTube shorts are like digging into the lore. So they're like, it's actually the deepest lore ever. This is on par with, some of Tolkien's best work. I've never seen such a such a lexicon of knowledge here, a cornucopia of little hidden Easter eggs. Like, it's mind-boggling how big this is. Like, they're putting it on the same level of, like, Game of Thrones, or rather, Song of Fire and Ice, I suppose, like, when it comes to lore. So I got deep into this Skibidi Toilet rabbit hole. It's so... Like, I'm actually happy that this is what's popular, though. I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on it, because this is actually reminiscent of what a lot of us in early YouTube grew up with as well. Someone made a great point on Twitter that no matter how much the internet changes, no matter how much humanity evolves, somehow there's something embedded deep in our DNA that has us gravitate towards Gmod content. Because this is just like old YouTube poops, this is just like old Gmod shitposts, and it's huge, all the same. So I am actually, this is the first time in a long time where I've been happy that something that I was completely oblivious to, that's big with children, I think is actually good content. Like, Skibidi Toilet, I think, is fine. Like, it is very reminiscent of, like, old YouTube poop culture and all of that. So it's cool. It's like getting back to the grassroots. The world is resetting. Maybe finally the internet's beginning to heal. Because again, like, look at this. Like, just scrolling down a second. Skibidi Toilet, 48 secrets. And there's like 1,000 of these videos. Like, anything that even has Skibidi Toilet in it is an actual glitch in the YouTube ecosystem that guarantees you at least 1 million views. Anything Skibidi Toilet. It's a cheat code right now. Like, look at this. Skibidi Toilet origin story. Like, they have been blessed with Skibidi Toilet. What the fuck is this? Play one of the videos? I don't know if I can. I think it's copyrighted music. But it uses basically that old viral TikTok song. It's like this generation's fucking Crazy Frog. Fine, I'll play it real quick. Here, let me do like one of the first ones. Probably this one would be the best one. So this. It uses that, and then it does like a bunch of wacky things, and it evolves and grew into like a giant fucking war between Skibidi Toilet, the cameraman, Mr. Ass Blast or some shit. I don't know. It's got like layers to the narrative now, all stemming from that. It's literally old Gmod shitpost content, but blowing up in 2023. 2023 years after the death of our Lord, and we are still appreciating Gmod content. I just find that to be poetic and wholesome almost. Our species peaked with good shitposts, why move from that? We did. For a while, we were straying from the light of God. With like TikTok garbage content like dumb challenges and dumb dances, but now, Skibidi Toilet's the new hotness. We're back. I'm gonna be honest, I think we're starting to get back to where it all began. We've got Skibidi Toilet, which is fucking huge. Gmod shitpost classics. And now we had that guy naring his butthole, like bare asshole. Fucking 30 million views on that. We're coming back. A flip has switched somewhere along the space-time continuum, maybe after we discovered all those gravitational waves, but things are starting to fall into place again. It's feeling pretty good. How long till MySpace profile songs make a comeback? Oh, I'm telling you, give it 3 months. I bet Threads is going to make a thing where you can make a song autoplay on your Threads profile. I feel like we're like going back in YouTube or in internet history. Give it a couple months. And then you'll be able to do your top 8s again on Threads, where you can organize your top 8 follower friends on your homepage or some shit. What was your MySpace account name? It was just my name, Charlie. I had a website, a Pixo website. I've talked about this before. It was coldflames.pixo.com, where I used to talk a little bit about RuneScape, but I also posted a lot of like music on there from bands I liked, and unfortunately at the time my favorite band was Lost Prophets, so I had like Last Train Home or something playing on the homepage, and then I had an entire section dedicated to Rooftops from Lost Prophets, and then it turns out that the lead singer of that was one of the biggest pedophiles in the music industry's history, so that website didn't age very well. Yeah, I've got COVID again. This makes number 5 for me. I'm the Michael Jordan of COVID. Pretty much anytime I go to like an event, I'm guaranteed to get COVID, it seems. It's really infuriating. I'm the faker of getting COVID. I was even considering doing a tier list for all of my experiences with it so far, but we'll see. The only reason I mention that is because I'm going to sound congested here. My voice might also start cracking, but I don't really feel like editing all that much, so I'll probably just leave it in. Just know it's not a second puberty or anything. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this trend. Maybe? I don't know. I only just learned about it today, but it's been going on for about a month, where OnlyFans creators are putting AI Down syndrome filters on their content to try and drive more clicks to their OnlyFans. I took the audio out because of DMCA, but they're all exactly the same, where it's hypersexual, like my pussy doesn't have Down syndrome or whatever, and then ChatGPT captions to accompany it. There are so many accounts and so many examples to pull from. We'll get into some notorious ones in a minute. But in some cases, it's the management teams that are doing this, where they're taking their creators and then making like a separate account for them, where it's all AI Down syndrome filters on the content to link back to the other OnlyFans. So it's a tactic to try and drum up more clicks to it. I can't exactly find the genesis of this, what started the trend, but it goes back about a month ago from what I can tell, and it is blown up. There are so many of these, and there's a lot of articles being written about it now, about the fetishization of Down syndrome and also just using AI to pretend that these OnlyFans creators have disabilities to try and get more people to their OnlyFans. It's fucking weird. There are so many like this one here where it's not even close to being convincing. You can actually just see the filter fall off anytime she turns around. So like right there, you can see the filter snap back to her face. And every single one of these always has very similar captions that are clearly just AI generated, talking about like, the label doesn't define this and that. And then it goes into the most hyper-sexualized shit ever, like, just because I have Down syndrome doesn't mean I can't go down on your fucking nutsack and suck the piss out of your balls. I will literally suck the cum out like Shang Tsung extracting a soul. And then they all link to an OnlyFans. Now, on that OnlyFans, I don't know if they continue to keep up the ruse that they have a disability, like if they continue to just do like the AI filters and all of that. But there is a YouTuber who did pay for some of them. His name is Tuv. He did a whole investigation on this and a couple of other things that stem from it. According to him, in most cases of his research, they weren't showing their face, or they'd hide it behind like their phone when they took a picture or something like that. Now, another thing, a lot of these accounts have started to be aware of the fact that you can sometimes see the AI filter glitch when the video has them like turn around when dancing or whatever. So a lot of them are also now starting to only do front-facing stuff, because then the filter isn't prone to glitching as much, which makes it harder to tell if it's fake. So it seems like they're trying to perfect the art of faking disabilities using AI. Now, in some cases, there's been degenerate, loveless weirdos that should be launched into space that are taking people's videos and then putting the AI Down syndrome filter on them to try and make money off it without that person even knowing it was going on. I know in one case there was a TikToker who had her dance videos taken by one of these fucking lobotomites, and he just put the Down syndrome filter on it. She had no idea, didn't sign off on it at all, and was very appalled by it. So that does happen, but I do also think this is a new tactic being used by OnlyFans creators as well as management teams to try and get more clicks to OnlyFans through pretending to have disabilities and shit like that. Like, here's an example of one that I have no idea if the person in the video knows that this is going on or if it's something they signed off on themselves. But it's a little person with the Down syndrome filter on their face. They have the F-, fucking book report captions that are all just AI generated. It's verbatim the same shit that other people doing this trend are just copying. It is one-to-one, just the same nomenclature and everything. And also, of course, it's always sexualized and always trying to link to OnlyFans accounts and shit. By the way, apparently this combination of being a little person with Down syndrome has only ever been reported 6 times. And the bio for this account says that they're one of 7, claiming that they're the 7th case. Faking disabilities is nothing new. AI's just made it far easier for any goober on the planet to try this. And it's not just the Down syndrome filter that they're using here. They're also doing it for fake amputees and shit like that. That's another really popular one. This is the actual golden age of degeneracy because all of these fucking weirdos can do this easily now. AI is currently unleashing the infinite Tsukiyomi upon this planet, trapping us in an endless nightmare of degeneracy. They can just keep making all of this fetish content, all of this fake fetish content shit forever. Now, again, I don't know if the OnlyFans creators like the little person there or any of the other ones engaging in this are actually even aware that it's happening, or if it is just third parties or maybe even their managers that are doing it without them knowing. Couldn't tell you, but either way, it is fucking gross. It is crazy that we've reached the point where we're just using AI to fake Down syndrome so more people will click on the OnlyFans and spend money on it. What the fuck? Anyway, I guess just for a tiddlywink of lore, from what I can tell, this was the first fake Down syndrome video that really popped off and blew up the trend, as well as this one right here was another extremely successful one. So I guess this would maybe be the genesis of it. And now there is thousands, specifically about Down syndrome, all faked AI hypersexualizations and fetishizations of Down syndrome. It is absurd. It's fucking preposterous. Like I mentioned, it's not just Down syndrome, but that is the most popular one right now. It is all kinds of other disabilities that they're faking for OnlyFans revenue. Fucking crazy stuff. Just wanted to talk about that a bit. That's it. See ya. Another day, another awful TikTok challenge. The one we're talking about today is Devious Licks. And I actually think this is worse than the Tide Pod challenge, if you guys remember that, where kids were just eating Tide Pods and killing themselves or burning their stomachs. I actually think Devious Licks is worse than that, because at least Tide Pods, they're only hurting themselves. Devious Licks is just a massive inconvenience to everyone around them. So what is Devious Licks? It fucking sounds like a Harry Potter book, like Harry Potter and the Devious Licks. It sounds like a Death Grips album title. It's a really stupid name, but basically, it's a TikTok trend where kids in high school were going into their bathrooms and just stealing shit. So stealing soap dispensers, stealing entire sinks, stealing urinals, stealing the actual shitters themselves. There were actual kids just unscrewing the shitter, used poopied, pee-peed in toilet, stealing that and taking it with them to their house. I can only imagine the immeasurable disappointment the parents must feel when they find that hidden treasure their kid brought home, because it's gonna smell like asshole. It's a fucking toilet. So they walk in there and they see that their kid's not only a thief, but the dumbest thief on earth. They stole a useless biological hazard. You can't even sell the toilet. There's nothing you can do with it except just throw it away. Now, Devious Licks wasn't limited to just stealing. No. It was much more elaborate than that, because if you couldn't steal something from your bathroom, you just destroy everything. You go full caveman brain and just break everything and call it a Devious Lick. So that's basically the trend. And as it continued to grow, it transcended the quarantine zone of the high school bathroom. It went from the bathroom to just the school in general, so they started stealing things like sinks outside of the bathroom. They'd steal lockers. They'd steal cars. It basically was just vandalism at the school property. And this shit's been fucking wild. The only thing I've ever stolen from school is this little bad boy right here. And I had to go out of my way to find him, but I remember stealing this. It's a little snowman Pez dispenser. He's pretty playful. He's pretty cool. Not really a devious lick, but I felt bad about it ever since. I stole that from a teacher's desk, I remember, because I thought it was just kind of cool because there was Pez in it, and it was like, yeah, that's kind of nice. So I took it, And God, the guilt has been overwhelming ever since. I pray to God every night that he forgives me for the sin. Can only imagine what these heathens are going through. But anyway, this has become such a widespread thing that entire towns are going in lockdown at their schools, fucking sounding the emergency sirens like aliens have arrived. It's DEFCON red alert out here. Devious Licks is the boogeyman that's marched into town. So the way some of the schools are dealing with this is absolutely amazing. I read about a couple schools that just outright banned using the bathroom during school hours without an approved time for it. So they had to take a field trip to the bathroom, and if you have to go before that field trip time, you're just going to shit and piss in your britches. Like, those trousers are going to get soiled because they don't want to take the chance, because it got so bad at those schools that they just outright forbid using the bathroom outside of their designated field trip bathroom time. And then the more common one that I'm seeing is you are not allowed to use the bathroom without a school-approved chaperone to be there to make sure that you're not doing anything devious in there. These are high schoolers, mind you, and their brains have been rotted so drastically by TikTok that they're now not allowed to use the bathroom without a fucking bodyguard to monitor them because they can't be trusted to behave themselves while tinkling. It's crazy. Now, I wanted to show you a few devious licks that I found on TikTok, but I didn't record them in time. TikTok has banned all devious licks and the accounts associated with most of them, so all of those are now just lost to the fucking cyberspace, the cyber shadow realm. So I'm just going to show you a short compilation from Know Your Meme that did like a few of the bigger ones that were viral on TikTok, so that way you can at least get an idea of what these looked like.
This licks refers to a trend where TikTokers steal school equipment and flaunt it like trophies for all of TikTok to see, with everything from soap dispensers to security cameras on the line. The trend began on September 6th when a TikToker posted a video pulling a hand sanitizer dispenser from a backpack alongside the text, "Only a month into school," and got this absolute devious lick, as if celebrating school's return with the steal. The video got high school and college kids around TikTok excited, and within days, users were going viral left and right, showing off their devious licks, aka stolen goods. Some examples include a full microscope, a computer, a functioning paper towel dispenser, and an entire fire alarm ripped right from the wall. Some have taken the trend outside school walls.
As the guy mentioned, it did go beyond schools. Kids started stealing shit from all over the place and just calling it a devious lick, like movie theaters, churches, and things like that. So it wasn't just limited to schools, but that was absolutely the bulk of it. And it's been in the headlines for the last couple of days because it has been a huge deal for a lot of schools. It causes a lot in damage, and it's a massive inconvenience to the entire class because you're missing fucking entire toilets, A, and B, your school now has to have designated pee-pee times. So you better hope that your bathroom schedule lines up with the school's now. So obviously these kids were pretty proud of the things they stole, so they weren't shy of showing their names and faces with a lot of the shit, which has of course led to a lot of kids getting expelled for it. Imagine getting expelled because you were competing in a TikTok challenge to steal your school's paper towels. Like, how pathetic. Now, the thing is, you don't make any money off this, so these kids were doing it just for this idea, this wet dream of clout. On TikTok, these accounts weren't making anything. You have to like sign up for a TikTok partner program, and even then I think it's like $1 per 10 million views, which these were not getting, by the way, except for a couple. So it's not like they were really making money from doing this. They got expelled for nothing and got laughed at online by everyone except the brainwashed douchebags that were cheering them on in the TikTok comments. So that like brief dopamine hit of, oh, look at these 10 likes on TikTok, was probably not worth getting expelled, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I just haven't felt that true euphoric dopamine from a devious lick. You know, maybe that's what I'm missing. But yeah, a lot of these students have been expelled. They've been identified and publicly shamed in a lot of cases. So yeah, pretty rough, but they did it to themselves. It's a stupid fucking trend. It's really dumb. Somehow the bar keeps getting lower and lower for TikTok. Like, the second you think they hit rock bottom with the worst content ever, they find a way to break through that plateau and find something even more stupid and fucking awful. But yeah, I imagine now that TikTok has banned devious licks, it's going to die right then and there, because obviously they were only doing this for attention online, and since they won't be able to get that fixed, they won't bother. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were stealing from the bathroom just for the love of the sport. They just fucking loved collecting used urinals, you know? Like, hey, Charlie, don't you ever fucking say that again. I don't care about the TikTok clout. I stole this urinal because I fucking love to drink out of it. It's a great goblet. This is my new chalice. You know, I guess it's possible. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that love that shit. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe a month from now, every bathroom near a high school will just be completely ransacked and dilapidated, and written in blood on the wall, it'll say devious licks. You know? Who knows? I imagine it's probably done now that it's banned, but we'll see. That's about it. See ya. Why, hello there. This is one of the rare serious videos. Why? I just want to know why. This video I'd like to directly aim at any active TikTok power users over the age of 18. I simply just want to know why. What is the purpose of it all? What's your ulterior motive? For those of you who don't know, and I know none of you don't know, every single one of you fucking knows what TikTok is. Kids being born these days know TikTok before their fucking alphabet. It's the biggest thing on the planet. It's apparently worth like $600 billion. It's insane. It's fucking insane how big it is. But is it really? Jackson and I have been speculating, fucking tinfoil hatting it, and just really trying to wrap our heads around, can this actually be legitimate? I understand the appeal to a younger demographic. That I get, to a certain extent. I would never have used it when I was a kid. I don't see why younger people find it cool, but I understand that it's geared towards that demographic. But then you have like the people my age and older. You have fucking geriatrics patients doing the whip and nay to the I want to be Tracer, I'm already Genji, I'd butt fuck Diva, oh Nerf Bastion. I just don't get it. I'm trying to understand. At 24, that's how old I am. 24 is not that old, but in 2018 it feels fucking ancient. I feel like a goddamn fossil. I already don't understand most of mainstream music. I don't get the appeal of listening to something that sounds like a highly distorted wet fart into a plastic trash can with some horrible lyricism thrown on it about like fucking flexing and staying lit. It's baffling. But TikTok is the biggest enigma of them all. I would sooner understand string theory and prove it before I understood the appeal of TikTok and the scale. I truly just don't understand it. I'm gonna go ahead and blast your assholes here with some fine TikTok trends real quick that I'm certain all of you have already seen, because thousands of YouTubers shit on them ad nauseum daily. It's the lowest hanging fruit on the internet. I'm not brave by asking the question or insulting TikTok, but someone's gotta fucking pose this directly to the people. You older generation that are making TikTok content, your TikTok queefs. Why? You use the internet, you see the insults on YouTube, you don't make this shit ironically, it doesn't seem. Are you getting paid by TikTok to make this? I feel like you are. I feel like they're inflating their numbers by paying up-and-coming actors to overact this shit and try and get trends to catch on. That's just speculation. I can't prove that. Don't take me to court, TikTok. It's not slander, it's not libel.
In your ears and make the la la sound.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. He go,
Baby, I'll be Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be Bastion.
Nerf Bastion.
You're right, so Winston.
I wanna be Winston.
I guess I'll be Genji.
I'm already Genji.
Then I'll be McCree.
I already chose
That was inspiring, right? Makes you want to crank that soldier boy, hit the stanky leg, and have your father film it for that TikTok clout, don't it? I just don't understand it. The biggest thing that really confuses me and makes me skeptical of the entire platform is the numbers on them. Any TikTok page you click on is going to have millions of fans. Old Pop Wiggle Wiener down over there at his barn making fucking barnyard rodeo TikTok videos probably has like 10 million followers, and that's on the low end of the TikTok fame side. The sheer numbers on that platform are so unbelievable that I genuinely have a hard time believing them. It's incredible. Every video you click on, millions of likes, hundreds and thousands of comments that are typically just one emoji, the fire emoji. If you read the reviews on TikTok, there's some people pointing out fake reviews, and there's some really suspicious reviews on there that are just like, this is lit, fire. This is cool, fire, fire. This is amazing, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Mom left dad again, and I don't think she's coming back, but I have TikTok, Exclamation point fire. It's weird. It's fishy. It's a little bit odd how a brand new service, pretty much, is as big as it is. Every government in the world could collectively come together and say, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away $10,000 for free to every single one of you citizens out there that download this specific app, the We Heart Government app, and that app would have less downloads than TikTok. I just don't get it. So I want this. Yeah, I don't know what I want from this. I don't know. No TikTok user is going to publicly talk about why they use TikTok, I don't think. Thank you, Tetra. No TikTok user is going to come out and say why they use it or how much they're being paid by TikTok to use it. Because it's unethical. And that'd ruin the credibility of TikTok as a platform, so I understand why they won't. But I'm on to you, TikTok. I was the one that fucking discovered your shitty platform on YouTube. I was the one that started shitting on you. I am the patient zero of shitting on TikTok. Everyone else is simply just another victim of being exposed to the outbreak. But I was the one who dove in to your fungal infected cesspool of shit content and really weird predatory shit and shit on it first. That was me. And now I'm coming back to finish the rim job. I'm closing the book on it. So please, if you or a loved one or someone you know suffers from creating horrible TikTok content, please get help. Tell us why. Admit it. Please, just explain it to me. I have to understand. It's fucking 5 a.m. I don't even know why I bothered making this. Just fucking having cold sweats at 5 a.m. thinking about TikTok and its popularity and how I'm not cool because I don't use it, I guess. But I need to know. I have to understand. I just really can't fathom a universe where this generation is going to look back on TikTok 50 years from now fondly and be like, yeah, that was some good shit. That was TikTok before it took over the, global government. They used to be such a humble platform full of great things, and now they rule the earth. I just can't imagine people would ever think TikTok is as cool as it appears to be. It doesn't appear to be cool. That's not what I'm looking for. I just can't imagine that people actually unironically use TikTok for the most part, and that it's as big as it seems. I just don't fucking get it, man. It just makes no fucking sense to me. Alright, see ya. Are you familiar with a honey wagon? I know the name alone sounds like something Winnie the Pooh would be ecstatic to find, kind of like a kid with an ice cream truck. But I assure you, it's nothing that glamorous. You see, a honey wagon is the truck that's used on movie sets to suck up all the pee-pee and poo-poo left in the porta potties. Now let me ask you, what does a honey wagon and the YouTube trending page have in common? You probably guessed it. They both eat a lot of shit. Welcome to another exciting episode of Charlie Watches Shitty Content. Today, we'll be looking at a Hannah stalking video called My Summer Crush.
Hey girl, do your thing, do your thing and switch. Hey girl, do your thing, do your
How hashtag relatable, just a group of girls hanging out in the middle of the road having an impromptu dance battle. This man right here looking like a Scooby-Doo villain whose plans were just foiled by some meddling kids. There's no doubt in my mind he can see what's going on because I have a whole production team here. It'd be impossible for him to miss it, but he wants no part of it. He doesn't want to get involved in these girls doing some fucking dance to summon the rain. He just wants to bring his trash can back in peace, and I respect that.
Hey girls. That's a boy.
Hey, ladies.
Introducing the comedy. Are you on the floor laughing right now with your sides split by these goofy, wacky faces? If not, there's nothing in this video for you.
Hey, we're having a pool party.
You should all come.
Sounds cool, I guess, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You're all invited. Come on, all of you, let's go.
Okay, bye!
See ya.
Bye.
Hey, see you soon, guys.
Not a goddamn thing in this part makes sense here. The guys didn't even tell them where the party was. Just, you're invited to the party. Alright, that sounds good. I'll see you at the party. Didn't give them a fucking address or anything. How are they supposed to find it? Echolocation? What, are they leaving breadcrumbs behind their car to help them find their way there? Doesn't make any sense at all. The writers really fell short here. And I would expect a lot more from Hannah stalking writers, honestly, because usually their plots are watertight, bulletproof.
I already have a crush on him. I called dibs on the main one. Driving. Guys, a cloud! I think it's gonna rain! Oh, no! I can't get my hair wet! I can't get my hair wet! No! Anything but that!
Introducing the rest of the comedy from Hannah, screaming. Man, she follows one of the main rules of internet comedy videos, which is, if it's loud, it's extremely entertaining. Every internet comedian uses just really loud noises in order to bring their audience to tears of laughter, or laughing so hard they ejaculate. I tell you, nothing makes me laugh harder or slap my knee more than a loud meme song blasted at the highest possible frequency to fuck up my eardrums, or somebody screaming in a video that's amped up even higher to also fuck up my eardrums. It's as if these internet comedians, these clever geniuses, are trying to entertain cavemen, and since cavemen don't understand words, they don't have to rely on jokes, they just rely on dumb fucking faces and loud noises.
I'm so glad you guys could all make it.
Hey!
We're gonna have a great time today. There's just one rule. Try not to get wet.
No. So, I just don't want to get my hair wet. It's okay.
What the fuck? They don't want to get their hair wet, but they accepted an invite to a pool party. That makes no sense. Oh yeah, I'll go to your pool party, but I don't want to get my hair wet. How do you come up with this, Hannah? That's so clever and creative. That's like me accepting an invite to go bowling, but saying I don't want to get my fingers covered in grease and blood from other people. It's like, well, why are you going bowling? You might even get some old fingernails lodged into your fingers. Why'd you say yes to going bowling if you don't want that? Hannah, this is so beyond creative for a joke. You want to go to a pool party but don't want your hair wet? That's fucking unreal. Hashtag unreal relatability.
It's awesome. I know where the drink's at. Oh, not there! The hair! Oh my god, do I look okay? Your extensions! Your extensions!
Did you see that fucking face she made when her friend's hair exploded? Holy shit, comedy doesn't get much better than that. I don't know why she's afraid of her own hair in the pool, throwing it around like it's some type of fucking swamp monster. Oh, whose pubic hair is this? Oh, get it away from me.
Not today, Cabana boy.
You got lucky.
I don't think so.
So a couple of guys decide to start throwing girls in the pool since they're not going in because they don't want to get their hair wet, but their plans were ruined because they brought handcuffs like any sane person would bring to a pool party. Oh, hey, Jessica, did you make sure to pack a change of clothes, a beach towel, and your handcuffs? You got it, Margaret. You're goddamn right I did. I never leave home without my handcuffs. The first guy's got an extremely interesting approach to the girl. He's walking around like a sexual predator, or the Grinch about to steal Christmas.
Hey, Instagram party people, I'm over here at the pool having fun. No, please, we can talk about this, please.
Take me instead. I changed my mind, I don't want to go!
Comedy.
Okay.
Come at me!
See how it is?
No one gets my hair wet. What?
It's on like Donkey Kong.
I've listened to this part about 7 or 8 times, and I'm 100% certain now that he says it's on like Kongly Gong. I can't really fault him for falling short on the expression, considering there's no script given here and he must have been unfamiliar with it, but he did give his best attempt. There's still a bit more left of this video, so in the words of Duke Nukem, it's time to kick bubbles and chew ass gum, and we're all out of Donkey Kong. She got pushed so hard she ended up on the opposite side of the pool. That's some incredible strength right there. I'm guessing it was fucking Thanos that pushed her in.
She's fine. Her hair's dry. It's okay.
You know, I've been waiting to talk to you all day.
I've been waiting to talk to you all day too.
Yeah, I like frizzy hair.
Really?
Oh. Is this your tooth?
Now that's how you do comedy right there. Take notes, and never do anything this video did, please. Well, thank you for joining me on another episode of Charlie Watches Shit that he personally doesn't find entertaining, but does understand why people would find entertaining, but that doesn't stop him from shitting on it. See ya. What's up everybody, it's Critical. I know most of you have already heard the good news. The juicing company Juicero recently shut down. For those of you that aren't familiar with Juicero, it was basically just a middle schooler's Lego project that was designed to squeeze money out of consumers by very slowly squirting diarrhea from a pouch into a glass. Now while the Juicero may have died, its story doesn't stop there. The father of the Juicero, Doug the Slug Evans, as I like to call him. Well, it's not just as I like to call him. His name is Doug Evans, but I kind of throw the slug in there because he looks like a fucking slug and it rhymes with Doug. It's a beautiful play on words, I know. It's clever stuff. But anyway, Doug Evans is out there still doing stupid shit with stupid ideas, and recently he brought to light something I had no idea about, a water fasting trend, but not just regular water, raw water. And I was blown away by this, that people would actually even think this is some type of viable dieting trend to improve health. In a nutshell, the raw water fasting trend is people will get raw, untreated water where they don't take any living organisms out or any of the bad shit in water out, and you just drink it as is. And you do that for 5 or so days with no food, and somehow it's supposed to improve your health, and they call it biohacking. I'm not making up that term. I know that term sounds like it's straight out of a bad indie movie off of a $50 budget, but they actually call it biohacking. These festering fuck stains actually believe that drinking raw, untreated water is good for them. So I'm excited for the inevitable cholera outbreak that will occur from this dieting trend. But what's really sad is it's not just the manipulators here that probably don't actually do the raw water trend for a while. They just sell this extremely overpriced water to very gullible and stupid people who see these perceived geniuses doing this trend, so they hop on to try and self-remedy themselves, and then they end up shitting themselves to death. And that's really sad, but let's stay on topic here. So Doug Evans posted about how he's going to be going on a 5-day or more raw water diet. And so here's fingers crossed that he'll contract Giardia or something along those lines. The brand of raw water he's using is from Live Water, so I went on their website. It's so poorly designed, it looks straight out of the late 90s, and it's the worst pseudoscience piece I've ever read. And it's filled with grammar and spelling mistakes. I'm just going to read a little bit of this to you. Imagine its journey as it's flowing through vast networks of crystal-lined lava tubes to the surface. Major science has concluded that there... Wrong form of there. I know elementary school science reports can be kind of difficult to write, but I'm going to have to deduct a few points for that one there, sport. Is a body of water with a larger volume than all our oceans combined in the core of the Earth. Yes, makes sense. This is the Earth's way of cleansing water and offering it back to us with a fresh new start. Oh yes, that fresh new start being in a hospital bed. Let's scroll down a little bit more. The extensive water analysis shows super high levels of natural silica. Silica is essentially pure liquid crystals. Silicone holds information and energy in a unique way. That's why all our devices run off them, hence the name Silicon Valley. Imagine how it would feel to upgrade your brain's entire operating system to the best computer chips available. Yes, the best computer chips, the Doritos brand, which is a naturally occurring microbe in the water that they like to manufacture, I imagine. Silica is also known as the beauty mineral, very rarely found in any food or supplements. So, I mean, imagine how great it'd be to upgrade your entire brain's operating system to the latest version. You don't even have to go through Live Water for this. You know what? I'll do it for only $20 a month. If you send me $20 a month, I've actually hacked into the natural water here and extracted the silica myself. So I can upgrade your brain's operating system. Just send me $20 and I'll send the drivers over to you. I'll give you a little Dropbox link for them. It's just, this whole thing just keeps getting worse and worse. Let's go to the conclusion. In its natural cycle, water is infinitely chemically and energetically complex. Water goes down into the soil and becomes the perfect probiotic as it passes through microbes and microorganisms in the humus. It picks up bioavailable monoatomic elements and minerals that just can't be replicated. We have done our best to keep it pristine. Read on to find out what distinguishes our water from every other source available. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Our services are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. At least they cover their ass at the end there with all these outrageous claims and the absolute nonsense that they spew throughout this entire fucking page. I just want to make this clear. Nature is not on your side. There's a reason why people these days are living way, way, way longer on average than anyone before us. And it's because we understand what needs to be put into this shit in order to increase longevity. Nature is not on your side. Living like some fucking troglodyte from 1,000 years ago isn't going to make you healthier. You're just going to kill yourself. I just don't understand how people think because we treat water and do these things that it's making our dicks smaller and making us less healthy. That's not the case. I just don't understand this idea that nature is some entity that wants all of us to live long and prosper, but humans are corrupting it and perverting it into this horrible abomination that we have these days. It's so incredibly sad. Every day you walk outside and you're not mauled by an animal, that is you defying nature's course. Every day a baby is born without polio, that is you slapping nature in the face. Going out and buying expensive, dangerous shit in order to live like our ancestors who were wild and free, living off of what nature provided for them, will do nothing but fuck you up. But yeah, fuck you, Doug Evans. I hope there's not a whole lot of people out there that fell for this raw water scam, and if there is, Godspeed to you. That's it. See ya.